Okay then, in the bottom left-hand side from Ukraine, currently living in Belarus, Happy's strongest challenger is Foggy.
A player's forces are under attack.
In the upper right from Slovenia for the Playing Ducks, the new kid on the block, second DreamHack, first playoff participation for Starbuck. Human it is!
It seems to be his favorite race at the moment. Oh my god, the Wisp tried to steal the Shadow Priest but gets ensnared by the Trapper. Phew, that was disaster averted. If that Shadow Priest there goes to Foggy, this would have been really painful for Starbuck, but not going to be the case. He can go for the Shadow Priest himself. He's going to creep up this camp quickly for a fast level 2. Of course, on this map, we've seen plenty of times before how dangerous a Beastmaster strategy can be from the Night Elf. But you can only do that when you know you're facing human, which wasn't the case here. So it seems like Foggy is playing from the back foot, right out the gate.
Was about to say the same. This random pick in this matchup changes absolutely everything. Otherwise, you have a Beastmaster in your face, you have Cool Beast in your face, you have a Bash Bear in your face, Mercenaries as well. Now Foggy has to deal with Entangle and Treants, which is of course not the worst thing you could have as a weapon. But yeah, definitely there's better options, and that makes this matchup so hard sometimes for human against Night Elf. This is little old school even.
Beautiful creep, by the way. I didn't know Foggy or Night Elf in general could do this so easily as a second camp with a Rock Golem pull, of course. Got a nice item with a Lion Horn, always gonna be good, picking up some tomes and clearing out that natural soon. Once again, we have the Belt of Giant Strength being dropped, which I feel like is half the games on this camp, which is not gonna be too helpful for the AM right now, but for a second hero later, is gonna be really good. So is the Ring. And the level 3, quickly for the AM, of course, also very welcome. Going for a Berserker as well. And we'll be going for the expansion now.
Foggy with absolute dream drops, Circlet, Devotion Aura, Claws, helps with everything. He's teching and preparing an expansion if he needs it later on. But so far, 0 harass, not a single kill. This is so far as easy of an expansion as you can get.
Starbuck picks up the Dust of Appearance and looking for a bit of aggression here now. Foggy gonna abandon his main to be counter-aggressive. He of course knows the expansion is coming up. Oh, this could be a lot of suffering happening here for the peasants. Expo only halfway done. If it was about to finish, then he could be TPing back home. Starbuck just says, alright, whatever, let's do this. Base race, here we go. And goes for the Tree of Life right away.
I'm not so sure if that's the right call for Starbuck, to be honest. This Town Hall will fall 100%. Did he cancel? I don't think he canceled it. I'm not sure, or very late. Almost got no resources back. Oh my god, and now Foggy can TP home. Is this damage enough? If Starbuck gets it, obviously, huge move. But there should be repair, and I don't think there's enough damage. But hey, let's see. More and more Treants. Huge dispels. But the Wisps are here. They're ready to repair. And Foggy is ready to lock in that first game, maybe.
EP out, and a lot of footies did survive right here. And the expansion for Foggy was also delayed by a good amount. And we have the Town Hall coming up now again. Of course, not what Starbuck was hoping for, but it's a playable game still.
Let's see then. The experience bar goes up and down, up and down. Wild exchange here in the first moments of this game. And for Starbuck, we saw in the first DreamHack run in the group stage, he was a little nervous. Here, no signs really, right? He wasn't hesitant of what to do. He knew exactly that base trade is the thing he wants. And if it was successful, we'll see down the road. But at least he seems confident in what he does.
Fast level 4 here on the Keeper, quite strong now. Good amount of mana to use as well. And we have the Shredder. Understandable with how many Wisps went down. Lumber is going to be a bit the issue, and Foggy's getting ready for the late game. Good scout. The footy sees the approach coming, but this is going to be very important here now to defend properly. We have one more Shadow Priest in the mix, but not too much Dispel here for Starbuck.
Yeah, it is of course helpful that he has access to mercenaries. Foggy may be a little mispositioning the Shadow Priest, but he's out of mana anyway. Still good experience. That Archmage also level 4, quick progress on both of the first heroes, as it is a little bit of a slaughter in the early stages. 2 more Treants in the passive line, reducing income for a bit as he killed the tower, and Foggy is blasting through his mana, summoning one Treant after the next.
End of the classic Last Refuge game with the first heroes leveling super quickly. If we make it to level 5 on both heroes, that's definitely gonna favor the AM once we finally have Priests with adept training. But that is still pretty far away. Yeah. Unlike Foggy's tech, he reached tier 2 already, going for Nature's Blessing here pretty early on. One more Wand of Illusions being used as well, so many treants, so much going on here. Starbuck under a lot of pressure to defend at the expansion. Pretty stressful game so far.
He's getting another Berserker. Shadow Priest still has to wait 30 seconds for that. In the main, tech has started for Starbuck, and he's still busy cleaning this up. Gets it now in Foggy. Totally understandable that he goes for Nature's Blessing. It doesn't only help the buildings which he has to defend to have a good position in the late game, but also the treants that he loves so much in putting pressure to the building. So it's a double-edged sword, but both sides are great.
Yeah, this game is looking quite impeccable now for Foggy. Only thing he's missing is fully mining at the expo, which is going to be happening in a moment. And then the tier 3. He's certainly going to have the lumber necessary because of that early shredder pickup. And also the Ancient of War efficiency is wonderful. Pan are going to continue to creep, get a fast level 2. And the Keeper still going to be harassing, still with plenty of mana to use as well.
Yeah, I was about to say Starbuck moving back and forth, but he was probably just checking if Foggy's creeping the merchant, but then he doesn't. Lots of mercs now, but the one merc that's missing is the Shadow Priest for the Dispel, and that's an immediate kill on the Berserker. More mana. Whew, rough. Now comes reinforcements. He also has a Mauler and Militia coming.
Level 3 treants, 4 treants at a time. With, by the way, Nature's Blessing, so a lot more tanky here as well. Oh, I think I may have disconnect. Hello.
Oh, you're still here for me at least. Foggy's treants now gone. And we have the tier 2 progressing. Whew. Alrighty. Mercenaries still in the mix for Foggy. Level 2.6 on the Beastmaster. But oh, Foggy finds a new entrance. Finds a new way to deal damage in killing these Passants.
Oh my god.
Oh, so close. He had no TP, no staff, nothing. That would have been a huge move instead. Foggy is doing tremendous damage while creeping at the same time. Scroll of the Beast coming in as well as tier 2 units.
And those treants are not dying here. They got Nature's Blessing, which is the first thing that he rushed when he reached tier 2. Not a Panda, not Lost, no. Nature's Blessing first, knowing that he was already level 4 and he was going to get 5. And Foggy's making sure that he becomes, if he wasn't already your favorite player in here.
Yeah, you know, in the winner bracket final of the groups, he said he was listening to Coach Remo. Here for the important matches, you know, then you're listening to me. Obvious. Foggy always trusts his coaches. I like.
Yeah, now he's in a great spot. Like, the one thing that Starbuck has going for him is that he's got an Archmage 5, but there's already Dryads out on the field. Panda already being level 3. This puts so much pressure on Starbuck to either go Alchemist or Blood Mage. Blood Mage is really the standard here. And the fact that Starbuck wanted to go for double racks and what I'm guessing was rifles, now it's like, do I actually want to do that? Oh my god, this Panda.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, Blood Mage it is against level 5-3 hero combo. Trying to get rid of that. The Mauler is about to drop. That's more great experience. Foggy is using the Berserker as well. So it's not like that this is the super one-sided affair where only one player is killing units, as we've seen yesterday quite a bit. But Foggy is in a very, very good position.
Yeah, it's so hard for Starbuck to like really make anything happen. Like, his merchant was stolen, which is terrible. There is literally only the lab that he could go to creep. And look at Foggy. He's gonna creep the Panda still on the other side, even though he's already 3.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, still harassing with the Keeper onto the Expo.
Level 4 now, so sick. Another Scroll of the Beast while more treants are coming in. You as a human expert, is this base too open or does that not matter because you can always get rid of trees and open it up that way?
You mean at the expo? Yeah, it would have been nice to close it up a little bit more, I would say. Like, usually the blacksmith should kind of protect the path up there. Sometimes you can even build a full wall with some farms, but there will still be damage that's achievable because Foggy's almost like redesigning the map. Look at this, he's running out of trees.
Deforestation is real. Save the climate. Foggy, not a big fan apparently. Yeah, how do you deal with this now? No extra income currently. And the thing is, we haven't even seen a single bear yet.
Yeah, and I mean, when they get there, they're going to be pretty scary already. This is one of those games where Foggy is actually super rich. He could very easily go into a wind as well to add fairy dragons, which are pretty amazing. Seems like he wants to make an example out of Starbuck here, who dared pick random against him, and he's like, okay, well, I'm going to absolutely crush you. He's creeping to level 5 here on his panda, and when that panda finally gets that, that is gonna hurt a lot. Gets a priest here.
I would love to see some kind of hero focus, because that's of course always the way to get back into the game, and Foggy has no staff. Okay, now he has a staff, but for a long time had no TP. And he's creating another issue for Foggy with the Keeper while leveling up. Man, this panda will be level 5 in no time. We're not even at the 15-minute mark. Yeah. And we're approaching an ultimate and a strong level 3 spell.
A player's force.
Foggy's showing off, like here for sure. Like, he floated, I think he was up to 1500 gold here before he finally broke upkeep. He queued every upgrade that he could. But guess what? It doesn't really matter. Like, he's just so far ahead, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And Keeper already being 5, like, you know, he doesn't get experience if he's creeping out on the map, right? Where can he get experience? In the human base by killing peasants.
Exactly.
That guy might actually creep his way to level 6 from just peasants alone.
Oh man, this is like playing a warden against human or undead, where you creep up a little and then harvest the workers for the final level 6. Blood Mage finally 3. So we're getting there. We have Flame Strike as well, which helps a lot against this tree interest.
And he went Flame Strike too, which is Flame Strike too, which is interesting because if you know your opponent is about to have a Panda 5, I think you should probably go Siphon level 2. Whereas like now this Panda, yes, you can use Siphon 1 on him, but it's gonna hurt a lot when the fight finally goes down. And Legion Doomhorn was picked up on that guy too.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Flame Strike might be better for a possible base race in the end. There's still a lot of Dryads. It's not the ultimate base race build that Foggy has. But he's creating a new tree. That's going to be the 3rd base. He's harassing into Starbuck's base, where he had never really had the time to build or rebuild towers. So,
oh my god, the Panda!
Yo, good luck.
Barbecue time. I think Starbuck might take the base trade. Oh my god, he retrained to Blizzard. So actually he can kill that tree decently fast without it being repaired against Flame Strike Blizzard.
He's waiting for the wisps.
Oh my god.
He's waiting for the wisps for the Flame Strike, actually. Full mana still. He could accelerate this a lot by using Flame Strike. Maybe he just doesn't want to reveal it. Gets a bear for free. We take a look in the bases. The keep is gone. The expo is still there. And now we got the Flame Strike, and that's a kill on the tier 3. Double Orb is already there, though. He can still produce bears. The only thing is he doesn't have income from that base and can't go for potions currently.
The fact that there's no Mall Tower, it means that Foggy never loses a base trade here, I think. He can just stay there, kill the buildings all the time. And the rifle damage wouldn't be enough to eliminate all the Night Elf buildings before the human gets eliminated. So Foggy, you know, he correctly goes for the base trade. He's buying time. Might be forced to temple here in a second, because that would be a fight with the Panda not having any mana here going into it.
I think he just wants...
He's being greedy. He wants to get a tunnel, and I think he will get it.
There's no repair. There's no repair. There's siege bears for a reason. TP out doesn't even lose anything. That's checkmate, my friend.
Yeah. It's almost like telling him, like, no, I won't even give you a fight. Just leave. Leave now. You're wasting time. You're never winning this game. And if you're Starbuck, like, I can't blame him for staying. Like, you have to try and force a mistake out of your opponent, but I don't think Foggy ever makes the mistake of engaging into the army. Or to be honest, even if it did, it's not really a mistake, because the army is so much bigger regardless. He could base trade, or he could go and crush the army. And yeah, now that he has 65 supply to 45, Foggy might be confident enough to finally go for this. No mining, no additional reinforcements for Starbuck. He's got 2 scrolls, which could come in handy, but he has absolutely 0 upgrades against 2-2.
Oh, Fairy Dragon in a wonderful position, so much damage. I thought for a second it might be reasonable to stay in this game as Starbuck to try to get to level 6 and use Mass Teleport for that base race. But oh man, there's no cancel, there's tranquility. Foggy's not gonna lose HP here.
Yeah, the Fairy Dragon was so good as well, and GG gets called. Foggy with a very important win here in game number 1, perhaps affecting Starbuck's confidence, because that was dominant.
Yeah, pretty much from the get-go, and I'm not too sure if this attempted base race by Starbuck in the very beginning was a good move after all.
No, it wasn't, for sure. I think you're supposed to stay near your expo up until it's almost up. And then if the opponent's attacking, then yes, you can move out, because the Town Hall wouldn't take that much damage. You could evacuate it. But before the Town Hall is finished, you can't TP there, and then the Peasants, that's when they're the most exposed, when they're actually building it. So Starbuck obviously is less familiar with this matchup than Foggy is, and he made the wrong choice in the start, and after that he was always going to be behind. And that Keeper in the late game, by the way, summoning Treants when you have Fairy Dragons, if there is Dispel, those priests are going to take a lot of damage when you finally use that. So really, really smart to add those Fairy Dragons, and great game by Foggy.
Remo, are you back?
Yeah, sorry boys, I dropped out there. I had a bit of a disconnect, my ISP messing with me again, but I'm back. I missed you guys, and I also missed a bit of the game, but what I saw, Foggy was looking good, man. Foggy was looking really hot. He's just in killer shape at the moment. He's always been Europe's #2 for as long as we can remember, but I feel like he's even looking better than normal at this point in time.
I feel so too. Like, especially in this matchup and in base, like this matchup versus Undead and in base races in general, across the board, in any matchup. He always knows what to do. He always knows what the next step is. He always creates this one task too many for his opponent, and then he can't follow it up anymore.
Well, what's Foggy's weak matchup?
Orc, I guess, but rather like Blade Master style, and that's something, maybe the one style Starbuck can't play on a very high level?
It's not Orc. It's Happy.
That's it. Matter, yeah. Yeah, the Happy matchup. Nobody is really good against that. Maybe Infi, but it's also been some time. Very comfortable lead for Foggy now, as this was Starbuck's map. And now we find ourselves on Amazonia once again. We roll the dice, what Starbuck's race gonna be? And will Foggy take the 2-0 lead and match points? Human again.
On a map where it's not that easy to play. Fast expansion is definitely the meta nowadays for humans, and that was the reason why Starbuck was able to stay in the game for so long on Last Refuge. Now here, it's gonna be a lot harder to do. This natural, very tough to creep, and if Foggy shows up early for harass with the Keeper once again, could get rough real quick.
And we talked about the opening on Last Refuge where Foggy didn't know what his opponent is playing and then couldn't go for the standard that is Beastmaster. On Amazonia, in pretty much every matchup, Keeper is the standard, this creep route is the standard. He doesn't have to adjust very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeper almost always works out, so it certainly should also in this case. If Starbuck wants to be really sneaky, he could try to go for an instant expo creep with a pull on the rock golem. It's a bit risky, but sometimes it can catch your opponent off guard. And I think also the great Death Note is a big fan of that strategy, but would be a risk to take, certainly. Foggy gonna scout what's going on and seeing human. I don't think he's gonna be too upset.
Is that a great thing to say about a strategy when Death Note is a big fan?
Well, certainly, Neil. I don't know what you're getting at. Death Note is a wonderful player. We're gonna see him next season in the top 4, I'm sure.
If he, okay, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I've seen Mr. Windows Strats work yesterday, so I won't doubt anything anymore in European Warcraft.
if his priest finally stopped dispelling. That's the only thing that's holding him back, Neo. The fact that they won't use their dispel.
Well, then patch it, goddammit! But holds you back from helping him out a little.
They got some range increase, right? It helped a little bit, but one day. Make priest great again. Clean creeping here so far by Foggy. He's gonna get circlet and gauntlets, decent items, and a quick level 2, of course. Circlet and slippers for the AM. Some bonus damage, and here we go. This is the mission call. How many do we have? 4, 3, 7 in total. Oh, and Foggy's not even harassing. He's just gonna be creeping here, leaving the human to free take this expansion, actually.
I mean, the attacks with Treants were really, really good on Last Refuge. And as Todd pointed out, I think in a cast yesterday, never change the running system, never change the winning team. So he probably trusts on the Treants again. But that is very good for Starbuck now, just not getting harassed here, creeping this in Pete, maybe even finding your rhythm again in this series.
On this map, actually, if you rush level 3 like this and you go Entangle 2, you can just kill all of the footmen and just take really good map control. So that might be the plan.
Todd just can't get enough.
And he is continuing to creep. I like that play here. The remainders of the Treants and the Archers going for the Murlocs. I've seen Foggy also, if he gets quick level 3, be very tempted to go Treants, to just spam Treants over and over. But I feel like always Entangle is the better choice, as Todd mentioned, especially against these footies. He's going to be so strong in taking them out. We find out now what he chooses. The Keeper gets level 3, and it is Entangle. No hesitation. That's going to make life a bit tough for these footmen.
Yeah, nature's meat grinder, basically. So much damage, such a long disabled time. And not too much damage. Its round would be the greatest thing to ever happen for Starbuck, but Foggy, too smart, too fast for that.
Those roots again doing big damage. Do you think Merry and Pippin in the second Lord of the Rings, when they were in the Fangorn forest, do you remember how they also got entangled by the trees? Do you think there was a keeper hiding somewhere in the bushes?
Ooh,
that was casting all those entangles?
Ooh, that could be something. Could also be the Treant's ultimate in Dota, right? Isn't that Mass Entangle?
Yeah. Wait, what's it called again? I forgot what it's called. Overgrowth.
Overgrowth.
True. Doesn't do damage, but it keeps you locked down. It didn't really do much damage to them. Yeah, so maybe you're onto something. They also had water that makes you grow taller. I would love to have that myself, so I can finally look Todd in the eye and he's gonna respect me.
Well, if you would stop slouching in your chair, you'd look me straight in the eye.
I'm not slouching! Stop spreading fake news!
I think you are. We have an Entangle on the Archmage here, who has no problem with that. It doesn't last too long on him. He got some healing. And again, Foggy is looking for a rather slow play than a fast tempo play with the Panda second.
Yeah, we've been seeing more and more Night Elves go into Panda instead of Demon Hunter, which means that, first of all, you're not gonna have to worry about mana burn, which means that there's gonna be more options available. Thinking back to Sock's game on Tidehunters, right? Sock seeing the Panda second, what he went for was a Panda of his own, which in the late game looked really good. But this map, of course, is a lot smaller than Tidehunters, a lot fewer creeps to go around, so if he was to go for a Panda, not so easy to level that boy up.
Okay, level 2 Panda he got, but where to go from here without being intercepted? It's still not Starbuck's time, really. He was very patient, very careful, very passive, keeping 4 or 5 footmen deep at the expo. But at some point, you have to move out. You have to get something done, otherwise Foggy's gonna out-creep you hard again.
It's off a couple nice denies here and there, but these footies are certainly still falling. This is the big reason why the Keeper is the best first hero by far for Night Elf in this matchup, with the exception of Beastmaster on Last Refuge, because you can deal with these footmen extremely efficiently and create tons of space. For example, a Panda who keeps creeping now, already almost level 3, when the human second hero isn't even close to finished.
It's, yeah, it's once again not gonna be easy. Foggy, oh, Starbuck Scout is a little off. The expo is up for Foggy, but it's still hiding in the trees. This could lead to a big misread of the game.
Things are just going perfectly for Foggy. He is looking so in charge. Well, he lost a Wisp on the left side, right? So Starbuck got that going for him, which is nice. But the important thing here is to prevent mining as much as possible at the expansion. But the Keeper is stalking him. And with the Entangle, he can take out these Water Elementals fairly reliably. While the Panda crept camps away from the other side. And he finally got his level 3. And I think tier 3 is close to finish, right? Well, not very close, but we're getting there. And Bears will be coming in soon.
Starbuck is just not fast enough to catch up with Foggy's pace. Doesn't have the horsepower yet. Maybe he can find a way to get rid of that entangled gold mine. To buy more time. That's what he needs. We got Workshop, Sanctum, Double Sanctum, and Rifles are coming as well. How can Starbuck stall some time?
Yeah, mass footman production was the way to do it. You know, they held the line, but plenty of them did die. The thing is, if Starbuck is ready for a push soonish, checking out the Moonwells. There's no juice left.
Ooh.
Foggy's gonna have a long, dry period, like I did after drunk December. But he might be strong enough already to bridge that time as well. He's got the Dryads coming out, he's got the Bears coming, and he's finding the AM in a dangerous position, forces the big healing potion, as there's still no Dispel. This Entangle is still such a big weapon.
And he goes for the Rifles now. Yeah, no Dispel hurts him so bad. Don't think he has the time to go... Nice lock-in. Don't think he has the time to go for a mercenary camp. I think Foggy will just scout it and punish it. Then at least he would have the single target Dispel.
And more units were going down. 2 more Rifles taken out. That does matter for the big push, which normally humans want to go for. Normally humans nowadays, for the most part, don't want to go tier 3 ultra late game anymore. Things get very hairy with, you know, lots of bears, MGs, fairy dragons, sometimes even chimeras. Rather go for a rifle timing, but Starbuck seems to have been slowed down there quite a bit. But finally, he is able to creep with the Blood Mage. He's not going to get level 3, but at least level 2 should be his.
Yeah, and now I'm curious what he picks. Is it once again Flame Strike? And will it be the same approach as he did on Last Refuge with double AoE? Or was that just a one-trick pony and we see Banish? Answer, Flame Strike again.
Mind that choice at all. If you get especially Blood Mage 3, that Flame Strike against the Bears can be very, very powerful. Foggy's army is still tiny. He just invested heavily into scrolls. Double heal scroll on the Panda. He's almost 4. Should get level 4 in the bottom right, in fact. As the Keeper keeps harassing. I like that he brings in the Invul Potion here as well, or the Anti-Magic rather. Can get out of the Siphon, can get out of the Slow. Starbuck calling the boys. Alright. Is it time to go? Is this the push?
Mortar Team was killed by one Entangle. That's such a freebie and diminishes the damage of Starbuck by a lot. He's at 64. Does Starbuck know about the army? He's getting distracted by this Keeper quite a bit. This is valuable seconds that he's losing for this push. Foggy is getting ready for this. Double heal scroll, big invul, waiting for tier 3, breaking upkeep immediately. There was not a single second hesitation. And the Breath of Fire is so strong.
It's only going to be one of them though. And the Keeper
no.
on the side in a bit of trouble. The Keeper might still be going down. There's a heal scroll. It has to use it just for the Keeper. So one heal scroll gone already.
Okay, that was very good. Also Foggy reacting well, retreating now. Doesn't use the full effect of the Dryads here with the slow, but oh my, even the archers survive. Incredible. New
and
boys.
gotta say, Starbuck, he took a bit of a beating here early, but there we go. This is it. Death Ball. Bring in all the units into this push. He doesn't have a heal scroll, which is a little bit scary. But Foggy's army is still pretty small. Foggy wants to buy time here for more production. Oh, I forgot about a Moonwell perhaps. Yeah, he supplies like at 60 right now.
Ooh, the one mistake you can't really do. Breakers are here to get rid of that rejuve. Good Breath of Fire. Here comes the Flame Strike. All the bears lined up. It's only level 1. But if there's only one heal scroll remaining, then this can win you games. No Siphon. Good usage of the anti-magic here, but also great dodges. And that's the Panda out of mana. Engine of War is out of the fight. Bears start to get out of the fight. And Starbuck still at 67.
Foot is here, close to dying. One archer gonna be left behind to fall. And there's level 3 Blood Mage. Wow. Starbuck is possibly making this work. Foggy has to rely on the bears now to bring him More regen, clarity, mana potion. Banking on the Panda here to put in the damage. The priest healing overtime, doing a great job, but still there's no heal scroll on the Night Elf side.
Love the position. Love the position on the mortar teams. They can decide what to attack, either the army or that tree. And the AoE damage is just really, really good. Siphon, oh man, he always breaks instantly through that Siphon. This time with an Invo Potion. Whisper coming in for a little bit of detonate, getting rid of all the dispel and healing mana you got. Shredder down, big source of damage. And Foggy seemingly fighting back for the moment, but I wonder for how long.
The Flame Strike comes in, good damage there. Breath of Fire again before the Siphon. This Siphon has hardly done anything. And Starbuck, he used to be at 80 supply, but it's shrunk down to 55, and I think Foggy is going to have this hold.
Unbelievable hold, but there are reinforcements coming. Maybe second win for Starbuck. He is also super broke. Was that one heal scroll the thing that broke him?
Man, what a sick defense. Starbuck gonna feel the need to TP back home to the shop to heal up there. There was a 20 supply advantage, but it was not enough. Wonderful play by Foggy. The way he juggled between anti-magic, Invo Potion, and Entangle to nullify that Siphon mana was beautiful. And now book it over to the shop right away. He knows these heal scrolls again gonna be crucial. Gonna get at least one. The second is on cooldown, perhaps for a bit, but not for much.
It feels like today is the day of micro. The amount of units that Foggy has saved in that fight that he can now easily heal up with Reju and Moon Juice is crazy in comparison to Starbuck, who mostly lost units there, didn't save too many. And Panda's close to 5. This wasn't even Foggy's final form.
Yeah, that level 3 Breath of Fire, Drunken Haze combo, roasty toasty, burned to a crisp. And when you don't tech tier 3, when you invest so heavily into this Deathball army at 80, 70, 80 supply, it's kind of all in. Your late game transition isn't going to be looking that good unless you have super strong heroes. If the Blood Mage and AM both got level 5 and they had the sick AoE against the bears, then yes, maybe, but they're both on level 3 still. I don't see it.
Is Foggy ready against the Siphon once more? Don't think so. There's 3 heal scrolls, but no invul, no anti-magic. Maybe Siphon can finally start working.
And got it. Level 5 now unlocked. Triple heal scroll for Foggy as well. He can tank through a couple of these flame strikes.
Red spot. He tried that before. Foggy has a Watcher ward here. Oy, oy, oy. This could be a nasty, nasty backstab. And then where to go for Starbuck? He has no TP. He has no way out. I don't even know if he has hope anymore as the Dryads, man. Take care of these mortar teams. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. 50% of the HP wiped out with one breath.
And there's no heal scroll. Without a heal scroll, how is this going to be doable? Very nice Flame Strike. Foggy's kind of standing in there, tanking all of it. Invo Potion on the Blood Mage. Siphon mana coming in. That Flame Strike, or that Breath of Fire rather, was a whiff. But Foggy still seems to be far enough ahead to push on forward. Some of the bears, though, are starting to drop real low. We do have more Flame Strike.
The reinforcements are getting intercepted by all the Dryads, though. Little bit of a blunder there to not use the mortars offensively. Starbuck with his back against the wall, but with almost full mana. Fairies are coming in, shredding these priests in a second. And now, there's almost no bears anymore, so how to deal with the Dryads?
He's transferring mana over for more Water Elementals, but those can just get dispelled if there is a Baldish, which there is still a bit left. Mass Mercs again by Starbuck is trying everything. More Flame Strike is needed, but not even too many bears left anymore. Again, a decent Flame Strike. These Flame Strikes, by the way, have looked really good by Starbuck. But it's not enough. GG called. Foggy holds again and wins and takes the 2-0.
With the brilliant game plan adaptation here, right? Like he's facing a random opponent, sees that it's human, sees that it's an expansion. He doesn't panic. He just gets level 3 quickly, takes complete map control. And Starbuck started playing really scared here once there was Entangle level 2. He kept his footman at home. That really gave a lot of space for the Panda to creep the expansion easily, get level 2, get level 3. And after that, Foggy was always in control. I think he bought double scroll a little too early instead of making units and got supply blocked, so that made it scary for a second. But once he was able to hold a big push on his expo, he was always going to be really far ahead after that.
Starbuck now needs the reverse sweep to make it into the semi-final to crown the second DreamHack run of his. And Foggy, one map to the fourth semi-final in a row at DreamHack tournaments. The odds are stacked against the Slovenian, against the playing duck. But hey, miracles in WarCraft happen more often than not. So don't go anywhere. Send some thoughts and prayers to Starbuck. Another European quarterfinal, another 2-0 lead for the favorite. Same was the case for Happy, same was the case with Blade. I don't think it's fair to summon Coach Remo here, because what can he really advise if he doesn't know the race? Or is there a little hint in general for Starbuck here, Remo?
I mean, he didn't make big mistakes. It's not like he's doing the wrong thing strategically. He's just going up against a killer right now. Foggy is just looking absolutely mental, and he's so damn hard to stop. Last season, it was only Happy in the grand final who could bring him down. And if Foggy keeps playing like this, that might again be the case. I'm sorry, Starbuck, if I can't give you too many words of advice here. Maybe, though, Todd can, especially with Human. But I mean, dude, Foggy's looking so damn good.
I had a quick chat with Starbuck, actually, and he was telling me he hopes he gets Undead next game. And he random undead, he alt-tabbed and he wrote, yeah, undead baby, let's go on Discord.
Okay, I mean, how can we follow this up? Undead, let's go, baby. Love this guy, man. Love this guy. Great addition to the circuit. And on his last lag here, unfortunately. 3 maps in a row is necessary to kick out Foggy from the quarterfinals and make this his biggest success ever. It already is, but you know, make it even better. And for Foggy, this is 1 map away from what he would call the norm.
And yeah, Undead on Tidehunters, you know, I like it. This could mirror very much that amazing game that Starbuck had against Moon. And how fitting that would be, with Foggy being the mini-moon of Europe, where he went random and went for the fast expansion on Tidehunters, very much doable and not so easy to stop for the night of. Even as Moon went for the all-in counter with Hunter's AP push, Starbuck was still able to hold. And I think that's going to be the plan here once again. And Foggy's going to have to figure out quickly what's going on.
And remember how he held, right? I think he made Graveyard, Second Creep, and a lot of Fiends, if I remember correctly.
That was a banger match for sure. A match for the ages. A match that put Starbuck on even more maps than before. So Foggy knows what's up. He knows it's Undead. And again, Keeper is decent versus Undead. Can definitely play that. Now what's the game plan for Foggy?
In the recent past, Foggy has also noticed that his all-in strategies, which usually he would play against a fast expansion, can be punished. Like 1-0 showed before. 1-0 knew the all-in push was coming and he got super ready by delaying the expo and going for a lot of units. In that case, I'm talking about mercs to be able to hold. But mercenaries won't be a factor here on this map. Keeper is coming across aggressively with Treants first, needs 1 more kill on a ghoul or similar to get that level 2.
Treants are coming in. Foggy's best friends today. There is slow on that ghoul. The coil is ready. Gets rid of a little bit of blight, but not everything. And there is still a coil available for Starbuck as well. Can he clean up this creep camp immediately and entirely?
Oh, that ghoul kill would be a big deal, but the Acolyte block keeps the ghoul here partly safe as well. Pretty clean creep, but the Keeper does get level 2 from something. I'm not sure from what. But now he has a Tangle as well. And a bit more stats, and he's delaying this quite effectively already with the second Agent of War coming up very aggressively.
When in doubt, it was always the skeleton. Now level 2 for the DK. Second skull, super important to have. But we still don't see a Ziggurat. There we go. First attempt of that at least. But new Treants, and man, Starbuck is gonna have nightmares of the living trees today.
And for the Haunted, that should be a cancel though, right? With the Treants still here and the Keeper. That was a bit ambitious. That costs quite a bit of lumber here as well. Takes a long time to take out these Treants. And if the Acolyte falls, it's going to be even more of a delay.
Close.
And Foggy doing this so well. Even if he has to TP here, this was a great harass.
Absolutely. Did Starbuck build another Acolyte? Is he ready? Yes, one is coming. But even here, during the TP, Foggy is blocking the Acolyte to buy this extra second. That's just the level he's operating on right now.
And he has now bought a lot of time. Now the Hunters are coming, and the Hunters are going to be shaping up very well against these ghouls. Once you have like 5 hunts, that's when you're going to be eagerly able to take any fight against ghouls, basically. But Foggy needs to be careful not to be over-aggressive. If he goes in with only 2-3 hunts, those could easily get surrounded and killed. We've seen that from Starbuck before. Who's just creeping up for now. Wants to get level 3 if he can. Loses 1 ghoul to the creeps. Every little thing matters here in this crucial defense, and the Keeper finds himself able to easily get another cancel at the expansion.
Yeah, no way to power build, and that is another cancel indeed. He needs these Ziggurats up, he needs more blights, but oh my god, can he even hold that one? He should, okay.
Starbuck has no lumber. He brought pretty much all the ghouls here for the defense and realizing, okay, this expo is not going to work out. He's teching now instead, which is going to result in a big tech lead. And going into Gargs could be very effective against Hunts, but Foggy is going to realize this soon. And then probably just going to go for an expansion of his own.
Wonder if Starbuck can fake Foggy long enough that he commits to more hunts. At the moment, he still does it. And then at some point get overwhelmed by Gargs when he can't catch up with the tech.
Yeah, the thing is, even if the Gargs are going to come as a bit of a surprise, an Archer transition is always going to be pretty easy to go for. With that double Ancient of War, should be pretty easy to get those numbers up. But Foggy, has he not realized it yet?
He's not teching.
Perhaps not.
He needs more gold. He built something. Not sure what. Maybe another hunt. Super committed to this ground tier 1 army. And Starbuck, he did a great fake. He sent more acolytes. He even repaired the Narrow Tower. Now he's building a second crypt tier, just like he had an expansion. And Foggy?
Here we
What?
go. The Congo line is moving out. Look at the wisps. 7 wisps moving south. Is he just gonna try to AP push the main? Not even caring if there's no expansion, maybe.
Okay. Graveyard is ready. No tower in the main. He has the tech confirmed at least now, but glaives are coming. 1-1 upgrade already in the works. Foggy has level 3 as well, plus a staff to get out of surrounds. This hold is everything but easy for Starbuck.
It's 100 surround right there. It's going to be able to kill that one off. That's kind of a big deal. Eliminating that one right away. Oh no, don't let it get away! Whew. That was close.
Waiting for the tech.
Well though, more ghouls going down. AP's not yet coming up. Now finally.
There we go. Remo's giving the call. Waiting for the tier 2. It's finishing every split second. There we go. At least a little bit of slow. We do have double crypt up. 1 in the main, 1 at the expansion. Gargs are coming. Coil used to get rid of a wisp, interestingly.
Slaughterhouse very nicely positioned way in the back, which means he can easily go for some meat wagons later. And these Gargs, there's not going to be much anti-air against them, but once the AP finish,
Yeah.
Gargs are going to take a lot of damage from this, of course.
Potion of
I'm
mana.
so surprised that Foggy's going so ham in this push. He could have just expanded, but Foggy's pretty much all in right now.
Maybe he's more afraid of Gargs than you are, Remo. Here's the first one. What? 2 APs about to be up, and he got that siege damage from afar. And 1 Garg. Doesn't do the trick. Needs more. Second one coming in.
Starbuck has quite a bit of time here. It's only 1 glaive thrower so far, threatening the buildings.
More APs coming.
Gargs, maybe they weren't the right choice. If they can come up before the APs, they're great, but weren't quite able to get that. He needs meat wagons desperately. Has the gold now.
He also,
And instead of Gargs, he could have had a Lich perhaps. So this gargoyle choice may not have been the right one.
They're really squishy against the piercing damage of APs. He sniped a lot of Wisp with a lot of mana, continues to do so. So there won't be too much repair. He's losing 1 crit, but I don't think that's the worst thing, as he needs slaughterhouses, statues, another Wisp down. The slaughterhouse way more important than a crypt, and he has another one in the north.
It's going to be the wagon coming out, trying to deal with the APs. And there's not too many Wisps here anymore. There we go, snipes them all the time. This makes a lot of sense for Starbuck. If now he can take out the APs, he might be able to win this game, but there's more Wisps. Fog is always bringing in more Wisps from the main.
It took a lot of attention to just clean up the tree, and siege damage is amazing against the AP, against the Hunts as well. He's still committed to these Gargs. He's cleaning up a lot of these Hunts. Can Starbuck hold this tree? Level 4 is amazing. Circle on the ground on the left-hand side, by the way. Meat wagon. A little bit of attack, but he can't break through with too much. But there's no income for Starbuck anymore. He repairs with everything he got.
As with the second wagon to have more gold for the repair here, I believe. He's keeping it standing for now. So many glaive throwers now, though.
Yeah.
That
4.
might be enough finally.
And
4
tangle.
glaives.
Oh no! Staff out! It might be too late! Starbuck! No! That must be it. DK down. No other hero on the field anymore. GG, another 3-0. And Foggy makes it into the semifinals.